So, today is the start of a major adventure. Exploring is the game of the Defender, I suppose. And, sound like Dora the Explorer, don't I? Exploring is my game. Many years ago, Taryn and I wandered off to the Tahoe, and I've got a bit thin on the top of my head. I don't know if you can see that. Starting to lose my best hairs. My granddad's fault. Blame him entirely. Anyway, I was getting hot on the top of the head in Tahoe, so I trotted off, as you do, to find my best hat. But I've got a tiny. There's a lot of you that won't believe this, but I've got a very small head, and so I actually wear junior-sized hats, and you can't get them in America because everybody's got a big head down there. So I ended up with a child's hat that said, "I was born to explore. I am a NASA explorer," and that is my go-to kayaking hat. Now that's a complete aside, but anyway, I'm off now. The random things you hear when I'm waxing lyrical about all these very exciting things that are happening. Anyway, too much information further. I am headed directly right now. It's a little loud, and you might be, I don't know, it's a little loud because on the top of the roof, you won't be able to see it, but maybe you will be able to see, but on the top of the roof, just above my head, are a lot of fuel storage devices. And the reason for that, I'll show you a photograph of it shortly, but the reason for that is because I'm off to the Arctic Circle. I'm hoping that I am going to be the first chap with the Defender in the Arctic Circle. This is my goal. I'm going to shut that because it's noisy. And so I'm headed up there, which is a long way. It's about 3,500 miles, 3,000 miles-ish. And so I'm jingling up towards the Dempster Highway, and then up to the Dempster Highway to the Arctic Circle, and then up to Nunavut, Northwest Territories and beyond. And it's a very interesting story, really, because currently the Yukon, I say it's a very interesting story, I think it's interesting, the Yukon, despite being part of the Canada, has closed its borders to peeps from Alberta. But because I love you all so very much, I have managed to negotiate special transit permission for purposes of popularising the Defender. So this is what I'm doing. I'm jingling up now into I've just left home, and I'm going to keep driving all the way up to Alberta, into the Yukon, and then into the Yukon, into the Northwest Territories, and so on and so forth. And in the process of this fantastic expedition, I shall be living in Shez Fin. Oh, sounds a bit odd, but this is I'm going to be staying in the Land Rover, and I'm going to report back to you what life camping in the Land Rover is going to be like. So I'm going to be living in here for probably 7 to 10 days, give or take. I have just procured a drone. I have no idea how to use it. I haven't got a clue. The guy said, "Oh, you just press the buttons and follow the instructions." So that's what I'm going to do. Basically, I'm going to press buttons, follow the instructions, try not to fly into a tree, and then take some pretty pictures of the Land Rover and of the most outstanding country up there. The Yukon is gorgeous. It's stunningly pretty. And with any luck, I should just get the end of the fall. And the end of the fall is going to be, if there's still leaves left on the trees, it's going to be quite pretty and full of colour. Otherwise, it'll be a bit pokey and empty. But of course, they're a lot further north, so their winter comes earlier, if you see what I mean. And days are short this time of year. So I am trying very hard to. I'm not accustomed to getting up in the morning, but I'm going to try and have to get up in the morning because I've got to take some footage for you peeps and let you know. Now you can see my trusty cooler in the back here, and there's a dog somewhere over there. Jip is on his way. He's coming with us. We're having a fantastic northern expedition And I've got all the stuff in it. I've taken a couple of photographs. I'll cut to them if I can. Well, I've figured out how to do it, as you probably noticed in the last one. I'll put them on, fade in. It'll fade in a second. How I've loaded the Land Rover, and on the roof I've got 80 litres of fuel, and a pack out box with some emergency tools just in case the Defender gives up the ghost, which I'm entirely expecting somewhere along the line. And I should probably mention to you that, I mean, you've probably figured this out by the fact that I've used the terms Arctic and Circle, but it's very north, and there isn't actually a road between, well, there is a road, but it's not really a road. There's a road between Dawson City and Tuktoyaktuk, which is all the way up top there in the circle of the north. And it's a sort of a gravel road. It's called the Dempster Highway, and I don't know why they call it an highway, because it's not really an highway. It's a gravel track that's sort of maintained, but because of COVID, it's not been as maintained as it normally is. So I've no idea what we're going to see when we get up there. The northern exposure, of course, is, as you might anticipate, very boreal. It's quite majestic in its size and grandeur, and it's also empty. There's nobody up there. I'm going to be me and three Mounties and a couple of other people in a diamond mine are going to be it. No, so the Yukon doesn't have a massive population, as you might expect, and the travel permit has been reduced and needs to be required, of course, because it's a very fragile area with not so much in the way of institutions and healthcare systems or whatever, so they're very trying, in these troubled times of the COVID, they are trying to make safe their peeps. So I'm very pleased that they're taking such steps to look after the population, given the remoteness of the medical facilities and so on and so forth. I intend not to be stopping other than to pick up a satellite phone and some water, which is also over there somewhere and some things. And so that's the trip. So I was telling you more about it nearer the time. I sort of hinted at it a couple of days ago, didn't I? Actually, I'm recording this on the Sunday, so tomorrow, or tomorrow, or perhaps last week, depending when you saw it, there was another one of my my vlogs, or whatever you want to call them, about tyres, and in that I mentioned there might be something exciting happening, and there's something that's exciting that's happening as this. Anyway, that's that. I'm going to piece together a larger video with bits and bobs of information in it and stuff that might or might not interest you, and then throw it all on the internet. Now, I'm not decided. I don't know whether I'm going to do it all in one go or with like bits and bits. I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. But look forward to it anyway. And then if you've got any, well, I suppose if you've got any questions, you should ask me, but you won't know that until I publish it. Anyway, that's what I'll do. I'll publish this first, and if you've got any questions or you want me to answer any, anything about how is it like to live in the Land Rover, camp in the Land Rover for a week, then I shall tell you in my next upcoming exciting video. So this will, actually, I probably won't be able to post this because I don't have my computer and I can't post directly to the internet. That's technical. Anyway, we'll figure something out. Look forward to more exciting and shiny videos from me over the next week or so, I guess, 2 weeks. It'll take me, I think I said this, in a week to 10 days, maybe a bit longer, 2 weeks, depending upon the weather and how much how long it takes me to figure out how to fly this drone. It's all very tough. I've played with it a little bit, but I managed just to get it off the ground and go away. But mind you, it was 40 mile an hour, 40 kilometre an hour winds over here at the moment, so it was blowing the drone about. Anyway, I'm waffling. Speak to you later, peeps. Cheerio!